Okay, we defeated Ho in the duel for the dung beetle. Those things are horrible. The stench is unbearable. Take your blasted toad. I'm so glad you're alright. And what made you think you could get away with this? I found that thin one in our hog's meat. I saw an opportunity, so I took it. I asked around and only belonged to a lowly Hogwarts student and thought I could make a quick buck. And this is all turned out to be too much trouble than it's worth. You mess with the one lowly Hogwarts students. If that toad means so much to you, try not to lose it next time. We will think on it after you turn you over to Tulip's parents and see you tried for kidnapping. I didn't think we'll be doing all that. Nice seeing you. Till next time. She got away. I was so distracted by Dennis I didn't move fast enough to stop her. It's alright. All that matters is that we did what we came here to do. Mission accomplished for now. I'm just so glad Dennis is safe and sound. You were right, the giant dung beetle did prove quite helpful in the end, but now it's time to bring our new friend back to Hagrid. Let's get you back to Hogwarts, friend. I know someone who will be quite happy to see you. Thanks for tracking down the giant dung beetle and bringing it home safe. Everyone in Hogsmeade is talking about your epic dung beetle duel with Crony Crib. She used a nasty one, agency. She's the absolute worst, and I get the feeling this won't be the last time we run into her. Speaking of which, after all you have been through, I figured the giant dung beetle might be hungry. So I brought the cartload of dung from Dragon Sanctuary out to do the trick. I'd love to hear more about your adventure. Look at this, the giant dung beetle went straight to work on the dung. It's no longer looks disorientated and it seems clear at home now. Thanks for the adventure. I'm chuffed to see it's so confident and full of purpose. Perhaps it should go on a few more adventures. It knew exactly what to do and it didn't hesitate to help us when it was time to fight the back in the Muggle circus, they used to call it a super beetle, gave it a little cape and everything. It's safe to say our friend has shed its miserable past as a sideshow attraction, but one thing's still here. Cape or no, the giant dung beetle is still quite super. Well, that was that. It's a side quest, the bonfire of the Salamanders. You made it. Hello, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Those are someone I want you to meet. This is Vulcan, my uncle's pet fire gelling salamander. Looking after it while Uncle Sully is at St. Mungo's. You mean Sully Lee, the wizard from the Ministry Werewolf capture unit? We met a while back when Venue Greyback attacked the Halloween feast. Oh shit. Is Venue the reason your uncle is in the hospital? Uncle Sully mistook a pack of dogs for werewolves and tried to arrest them. Now he's recovering from a lot of dog bites. Is he going to be okay? He'll be fine. This happens more often than you think. He needed someone to salamander sit for little Vulcan while he's on the mend. I have known Vulcan since I was little. Fire salamanders are fascinating creatures. I went to learn all about them so I can do my uncle proud. That's why I came to Hagrid. No one knows more about magical creatures than him. I know a thing or two about salamanders, and I'd be happy to tell you all about them. There's something else I want to talk to you about, but that can wait. So salamanders die if they are away from heat and fire for too long. You've got to be careful and make sure there's always somewhat hot nearby to keep them warm. That's why I borrowed this magical heated wok for my uncle. This will keep Velkin nice and warm no matter where he is. There's something else I wanted to ask you about. I want to do something to make Velkin's time at Hogwarts extra special. What do you have in mind? Campfire party in honor of the amazing Fire Gellan Salamander. We would be outside watching the Salamanders play and enjoying a nice cozy fire. I was even hoping you could bring Salamander to keep Vulcan company. What do you think of my idea for Salamander's campfire? Outdoor salamander campfire sounds absolutely delightful. This is going to be great. I can't wait to see our salamanders scampering around together. It will be good for the salamanders to spend time with the others of their kind. Don't worry, I'll make sure the fire is safe and contained. I've got a spot by the Black Lake picked out that would be perfect for the campfire. This is going to be the best salamander campfire ever. Let's start planning right away. Meet me in the courtyard. What are those strange lizards over there? And that Slytherin boy with the fire salamander is so handsome. I wish I had my own salamander. They are so cute. Thanks so much for finding a friend for Falcon. I think Salamander wanted a new friend too, and they seem to be getting along. What sort of ideas do you have for the Salamander campfire? But they may be a little too much. I asked Hagrid about setting off fireworks, but he said that would be too elaborate and unpredictable. Maybe we can think of fun things to do that are more simple. What do you like to do around the campfire? Roasting marshmallows over the flames is always fun, tasty too. Do you know how many I can fit in my mouth at once? 12. The answer is 12. I had another idea for the campfire, but it's rather silly. But we still have much to discuss. Uncle Sully used to make the most delicious hot cocoa. He even chained Vulcan to keep it warm for him. And you want to try the same thing at the campfire? Yeah, I know it's silly, but it would mean a lot to me if we could make it happen. And then let's do it. But I don't even know if I can get Vulcan to do the trick. Oh, shit. This first time for everything. Maybe you just need some practice. I suppose you're right. It's worth a try. Meet me in the Great Hall later, and we'll see if we can get Vulcan to do the trick. And burn your salamander. Whatever those two are planning, I hope I'm invaded. Are magical creatures even allowed in the Great Hall? Well, in heavens are those two burning with those fire salamanders. So how does your Uncle Cecile, Cocoa woman trick work? Simple. On my command, Vulcan will approach this teapot and coal up around its heating contents within. It is, but fire salamanders aren't known for performing tricks. It took Uncle Cecile years to chain Vulcan. We don't have use, but we have you, and you are great with magical creatures. I don't know if I'm at your level, but I do my best. If this works, Vulcan will reheat this teapot and show you this end salamander how it's done. Alright, let's begin the demonstration. It's not working. Am I missing something? Maybe it's the command. Can you remember what words your uncle used to say to Vulcan? That's the thing. He never used to command Vulcan directly. He would stand up and ask everyone if they are up for a nice cozy cook. The cozy cook. Well, that was it. We just need to say the right words to get Vulcan to do the trick. Now that you know the magic words, do you think you'll be able to get Vulcan to perform at the campfire? I do, thanks. I could never have done this without you. I even think Salamander could learn this trick too with a little practice. What do you think? Oh yeah, Salamander could easily learn this trick. With magical creature skills like yours, I wouldn't be surprised. There's one other thing my uncle told me when he showed me Vulcan's special trick. He said that what mattered most was the trust he had built between himself and Vulcan. I've always tried to remember that. It looks like you and Vulcan have built up a fair amount of trust already. I can tell the two of you have built quite a strong bond already. Then let's continue preparing for our campfire. I'll keep practicing with Vulcan while you join Haggard and the forest to gather firewood. Nice day for gathering firewood. It looks like Salamander's enjoying the new scenery too. How much wood do you think we'll need to collect for the campfire? As much as possible. You will be wanted to keep the fire going for quite a while. Suppose we better get started. This is a nice pile of firewood. Do you think it will be enough? It is a start, but we may keep going. Wait, I think I heard something. Is someone out there? Halts interlopers. The great Prospero, and I have come for your blood. Your salamander blood. I mean, give me that salamander. Isn't that a character from a Shakespeare's play? There's no way that's your real name. That's my real name. You think I would just make it up to seem more menacing? I'm not going to bother talking to you until you tell me your real name. It's Todd Crib. Are you happy now? Are you related to Queen Crib? We are married now, Crystalline. I know that salamander's blood is worth quite a bit of money. And if we don't, then I will summon the icy storms and freeze you where you stand. Looks like he means it. How do you want to handle this? If I act fast, I can disarm him. Spelliarmus. My wand. This isn't over, Metal. You haven't seen the last of me. I'll get my revenge just as soon as I have found my wand. That was one strange fella. You can say that again. Salamander blood's got all sorts of magical properties. Got to watch out for those who will come after it. You disarmed him so fast I barely saw you draw your wand. We had best get back to the school. I'll gather some more firewood later and make sure there's enough for the campfire. It's terrible. What's wrong? It's Vulcan. He's sick. Just flat out. Now, don't panic, everyone. We don't even know what's wrong with him. First thing we have got to do is diagnose it's the ailment. Let's watch Vulcan closely to see the symptoms. Vulcan's scales look dull and flaky. Some are even starting to come off. Good eye. It's scale rot, alright. The dull, flaky scales are a telltale sign. What's going to happen to Vulcan? Can we make him better? How do we treat scale rot in a fire salamander? Could we rub the scales with tar? But not quite right. Right spirits and tar are the recommended treatments for scale and the rot in dragons. All we need to do is rub Vulcan's scales with a little chili powder and he will get right back to normal. Scale rot's a common element among salamanders and dragons alike. Lucky for us, it's easily treatable like chili powder and some rest, and he'll be right as rain. Should we call off the campfire? No need to go that far. Vulcan should be better by then, but it would be best to keep him from getting stressed. I couldn't possibly ask Vulcan to perform the Coca Woman trick in this condition. Alright, Salamander and I will do our best. Meet me in the Great Hall later. Where's my fire salamander? I want one too. I hope those two know what they are doing with that fire salamander. That cute Slytherin boy is back. So everything's ready. We'll teach Salamander the Cocoa Woman trick while Vulcan recovers. How's Vulcan's recovery going? But to keep him from getting too stressed, it's best if he isn't performing tricks. When we were working with Vulcan on those Cocoa Woman trick, you said your salamander could learn it easily. How do you feel about teaching Salamander the trick now? Salamander and I have been getting to know each other. Together we can do this. It may have taken Uncle Silly years to teach Vulcan, but you have a special way with magical creatures. Do you think Salamander will need magic words to perform the trick? Let's try it out. I think we are close. I could swear Salamander knows what we want, but we are still missing something. What if we tried the same word that worked on Vulcan? I suppose it's worth a try. Then let's see if it works. Say the words. Sure, what? I think I remember what the right words were. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. But did they work for Salamander like they did for Vulcan? It worked. Salamander performed the trick. Must have picked up on the words shown the demonstration. What an observant salamander. I'm so happy. Now we can have a salamander performing the Cocoa Woman trick. I'm glad Salamander and I could help. I remember you said that this would mean a lot to you. It does. It goes back to camping trip my family took when I was little. It's kind of hard to talk about it, but I don't have many good memories on my parents. They never taught thought I had what it took to be a deathly little like them. For what it's worth, I'm thankful you didn't. Me too. Uncle Cecile was different though. One day he took all of us on a camping trip. Everyone was there, even my gran came along. Uncle Cecile made a roaring campfire and served us his famous cocoa. And Falcon did his cocoa woman trick. Exactly, everyone loved it, even Mom and Dad. It's one of the only happy memories I have of them. It's silly, but I wanted to try to recreate that experience with my friends and at our households. Thank you for telling me this. Now I understand why this means so much to you. Suppose there's nothing left to do. I can tell you and Salamander have a trusting bond. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go have a campfire. Thanks for inviting me. Lovely spot for a campfire. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Hello. Alright. Hello, it looks like everyone's here. Everything's ready for a campfire. Can you believe this? It's amazing. I brought my uncle's famous cocoa. How is Vulcan doing? He's feeling much better and is ready to spend his evening frolicking in the flames of our campfire. There's just one thing left to do, and that's get the fire going. Sure, you did so much to make this campfire happen. I think you should do your honors. There will be no honors for any of you. You again? Yes, it is. The great Prospero. You mean Todd Kirby? What I want is revenge. And your Salamander's precious blood looks like you have two now. You caught me by surprise. Get lost in the forest. Now I'm tired and hungry. I stepped on it by accident after you unfairly disarmed me. If your wand is broken, you really shouldn't. Silence. I've repaired my wand with speller tape. Glacius. What can we do with Todd now? He looks awfully cold. I think so. It sounds like you feel bad for him. Suppose I do a little. Maybe we can invite Todd to warm up. Nothing wrong with a little Hogwarts hospitality. He doing seem like he's posing a threat. What should we do? Alright, we'll invite Todd to the campfire. Come on, Mr. Crib, I'll help you get there. You could invite me to join you even after everything I've done. What can I say? It just felt like the right thing to do. Suppose I could go for some hot cocoa. Yes. With that settled, let's start our campfire. Incendio. Looks like we're finally ready to enjoy the campfire. You did it. Everything perfect. Well, we all did it together. Looks like our salamander campfire is a ruined success. Also, Falcon hasn't had this much fun since my family camping trip way back when I was little, and Salamanders is doing a wonderful job keeping the cocoa hot. Even that Todd fellow seems to be having a good time. Thanks so much for all of this. You have helped me realize that relive a precious memory that share it with everyone here. I was happy to help. This Salamander campfire turned out to be just as delightful as I hoped when you first mentioned it. The things you do for the creatures and your friends never fail to impress me. We are lucky to have you. This was the best Salamander campfire ever. Alright, let's do the main mission then. Talk to Kettlebone. We should make these creatures for each other. You should be classified as a beast. Rumors you have been asking about Madam Wakepick. Don't think that's a good idea. I heard we are learning about both struggles today. Can't wait until we get to a lesson on the dragons. Still thinking about that meeting with Madam Wakepick. Was she angry that you asked the faculty about her? Not really, she wants me to search for the cursed vaults. She said Professor Kettlebone knows secrets about the Forbidden Forest that can help sneak in. I'm not sure. Either way, I have to find the next vault. I'll ask Kettlebone to how to sneak into the forest. I'm pretty excited about today's lessons on both struggles. There are loads of them on my family's tree farm. They used to eat wood lice right out of my hand. Welcome back to the care of magical creatures. They are shy, peaceful creatures, but they can be quite fearsome when it comes to garden wood trees. Speaking from personal experience, it's best to keep them far enough from you so they can't gouge your eyes out. Well done, everyone. You gain a lot of knowledge about both struggles without losing a single eye. If anyone spots a chimera tearing apart the castle, please notify a professor immediately. Excuse me, Professor, is it true you sometimes help students enter the Forbidden Forest? Why would you think that? I just thought you might need help finding creatures to study in the forest. I'd consider discussing it further if you can help me with this woodchuckle. He's peaceful for now, but he will get restless without a proper habitat. If you study woodchuckles further and find him a home, I'll tell you what I know about entering the Forbidden Forest. So we're gonna go study woodchuckles. If you can manage to read the books without touching them, that would be ideal. Do you think Madam Pince needs an assistant? I'm going to see what I can find out about Madam Wakepick. I'll need to make this quick. I've got Quidditch practice. Thanks for your help. I couldn't think of a better group of friends to help me study woodchuckles. I need to learn everything I can about them to convince Kettlebone to help me sneak into the forest. No one ever picks me as a study partner, but care for magical creatures is my favorite subject. I brought my notes from my old lessons on woodchuckles. I'd usually say you take better notes than me, but not when it comes to creatures. I may split my time between reading on Wakepick as well. Fortunately, I excel at multitasking. That's a good thing, because if Kettlebone does help me with information about the Forbidden Forest, then perhaps we will learn more about Wakepick and the next Coast Vault. Thanks for your help. There should be more than enough information to read the essay. After I do that and cultivates bowtruckle habitat in herbology, Kelterbone will help me get into the forest. Tell me when you are ready to head into the Forbidden Forest. Alright, we studied. Now, let's go wait about the bowtruckles. We really need to own more house plants. If you have time, I could use your help studying. I could find another sleepwalking student in the garden. Writing the essay on bowtruckles will show Professor Kettlebone I'm serious about getting into the forest. Once I finish it, we'll be ready to find the next coast vault. Just because I love writing essays, what should I study? We found that broken arrow in the vault with the you-know-who boggart. Maybe you can work out where it came from. Good idea. I'll start researching what who uses arrows made with that sort of wood. We'd better get started then. So it's time to write my essay. Finish. This easy. Essay contains everything I know about both sharkles. Kettlebone should be quite pleased. Well, I can't say for certain, but if I had to guess, I'd say the arrow you found is the same kind used by centaurs. How could a centaur's arrow end up in a coast vault? Thanks, Warren. Now Professor Kettlebone will have to tell me how to sneak in. Talk to Kettlebone. Professor Kettlebone, are you here? I forged your professor's handwriting. I assumed you wouldn't answer my invitation. Messenger, what do you want? Pacificus totalis. I want to deliver a message. Someone will probably find you soon and reverse the body binds course. There's still time to avoid your brother's fate. Stay away from the Forbidden Forest. Stay away from the Coast Vault. Stay away from Patricia Wakepick. Death is coming to Hogwarts. Do as you're told, and it may not come for you. I'd rather die.